Hey everybody, Mike Weingartner, PGA coach with Colorado Golf Academy, and I am excited to be bringing you a video today about how to get more swing speed. I've never met a golfer who didn't want more swing speed. So I got two tips for you. One is a beginner tip, the other is an advanced tip. Let's start with our beginner tip. So for beginner golfers, one thing that we coach is to make sure that as you take the club away, you load the golf club. So you get the club into this L position. You can see my wrist right here. This would be unloaded, and this is loaded. But when we want to create speed, we want to get a little bit of lag going, which means the club head is falling behind our wrist. So one way to kind of open up some range of motion in your wrist is just to work on this right here, okay? So I got my left hand on the club. I'm going to take it up just like this, okay? And all I'm going to work on is keeping the club vertical as I move my arm down. So first of all, this has helped me out with two things, really. Number one, grip strength, which you need for speed. And then secondly, I'm learning to load my wrist a little bit better. Because if we want speed, we don't just want to maintain this angle, we want to do our best to increase it. Okay, so something you can work on if you're a beginner is just learning how to load the club with hinging your wrist. Let's talk about my advanced tip, okay? Now here's my analogy for this. If you were gonna get into a sports car, a Ferrari, and you were gonna drive at 100 miles an hour, you would better make sure that it has the brakes to stop, right? I know I would. So when we think about creating swing speed, there's always that whip analogy. So if I'm holding a whip and I wanna make it snap, I'm not just gonna move my arm across, I'm gonna move it and I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna break it, and that's gonna transfer that energy up the chain, so to speak, into that snap at the end of the whip. So we have to think conceptually the same way about the golf swing. My body needs to break so that it can go up the chain and out to the club head to create my max speed, okay? How do we work on it? Well, one of the best ways to work on it, in my opinion, is go ahead and take a few swings where instead of letting the club go all the way around to this finish, you're gonna stop the club right here chest high, okay? So get some speed and break it right there, okay? So what you're telling yourself here is you're telling yourself, wow, I'm gonna learn to decelerate a lot faster with more force than I'm used to. So I'm gonna learn to, yeah, I can create some speed over here, but can I slow it down and break it? Great way to work on speed. Now, this is athletic, it's challenging, but it's a great drill. So I hope these tips help you in your game for creating more speed. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more. Thanks.